the plane that will change travel forever. Do you believe that you have seen everything there is to see when it comes to innovative concepts for airplanes, such as hypersonic travel, electric propulsion, and triple-deckers? Please excuse us while we make room for the pod plane that is approaching. There are a number of separate initiatives now investigating the viability of modular airplanes, which have the potential to revolutionize the way that people and freight fly. The Federal Polytechnic Institute in Switzerland is responsible for the development of one of these groundbreaking aircraft designs. It is called the Clip Air. Another one is called the Link and Amp Fly concept, and it was developed by AKKA Technologies, an engineering services company located in Europe. Number 4. Futuristic and disruptive. The basic shipping container served as the model for clip design, airs, despite the fact that the concept itself may be innovative and pioneering in nature. Even though it looks simple, the shipping container is one of the most important inventions of the last 100 years. It makes it easy and cheap to move goods from one mode of transportation to another, and it has helped create the complex supply chains that are vital to the functioning of all modern economies. The cost of long-distance shipping has gone down a lot because it is easy to switch from a truck to a big cargo ship to a freight train, and because the container can be used over and over again. That's the power of intermodal transportation, and it's something that this cutting-edge idea, which has the ability to completely upend the industry, wants to harness. The concept of intermodal travel is also fundamental to the Link and Amp Fly idea. In point of fact, AKKA Technologies is beginning to define itself more and more as a provider of integrated mobility solutions. In doing so, the company is beginning to blur the lines between its automotive, rail, and aerospace businesses. The core concept behind this, which is shared by the games Clip Air and Link and Amp Fly, is that the airplane is made up of two parts. There is flight, which includes the airframe, the cockpit, and the engines. Then there are the capsules, which are a number of detachable pods that, depending on the configuration that is selected, can function either as a cabin or as a cargo hold. Both of these conceptual airplanes have an airframe in the shape of an arch, with a raised wing and the engines situated on top of the wing. Because of this, it is possible to position the cabin directly underneath, and it is also simple to connect and detach. For instance, Clip Air is designed around the idea of a flying wing, which is similar to the concept of a stealth bomber. Some people might even see some parallels to the X-48, which was an experimental pilotless aircraft constructed for NASA 10 years ago. Before we explain further, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 3. Versatile design. The landing wheel's mechanism is housed within a pair of long metal legs that protrude from each side of the flying wing. These legs are responsible for keeping the airframe elevated above the ground. The height is necessary so that capsules can be hung from the belly of the aircraft, much like bombs and missiles are carried by military aircraft. It is possible to construct these capsules so that they may carry either passengers or goods. In point of fact, despite the fact that it is anticipated that clip speed airs and range will be comparable to that of contemporary mid-sized airliners, the elegance of the concept lies precisely in the mobility that is afforded by the capsules. The idea behind Link and Amp Fly utilizes a configuration that is strikingly similar, consisting of modules that are malleable enough to simultaneously transport a diverse range of freight and passenger configurations. In this manner, a single aircraft would be capable of performing a variety of functions. Because the capsules may be quickly attached and withdrawn from the airframe, aircraft are able to make very rapid rotations when they are stationary on the ground thanks to this feature. This will enable operators to get the most use out of the airframe, which is the most expensive component, according to Claudio Leonardi, who oversees the Clip Air project at the Federal Polytechnic Institute in Lausanne. Number 2. Seamless transfer. Because passengers would be able to board capsules well before the flight, the procedure of boarding the aircraft might become significantly quicker and less stressful for passengers. Aisle bottlenecks will be a thing of the past. In addition to this, there is the multifaceted component of the overall notion. Clip Air capsules, which are like shipping containers, could be easily moved onto trucks and trains. This would open up a lot of possibilities for both the freight industry and the airline business. For instance, there might be a separation between the people in charge of managing the passenger compartment and the airframe. In the case of Clip Air, those are most likely to be several cabins, given that up to 3 separate capsules with their own living quarters might be attached to each aircraft. In a manner analogous to that which occurs in the rail or shipping industries, certain companies may specialize in flying, while others would concentrate on improving the experience of passengers. There is a possibility that passengers may be given the option to select one of 3 different rivals, each of which will be flown by the same aircraft. Also, operators could sell trips with more than one mode of transportation that start or end a long way from the airport. Number 1. Brilliant engineering. It is possible for passengers to enter a capsule in a local bus station and then wake up in a different city on the other side of the country, or even the globe, after a trip during which they did not leave their seats while traveling by road, air, or rail. How likely is it that anything like this will take place in the future? According to Addison Scanland, the founder of Air Insight, a firm that provides market data about the aviation sector, the likelihood of this happening is relatively low. Even if it is fantastic from a technical point of view, it is going to be very difficult to make it work financially, says Scanland. It is going to be very difficult to make it work. It would need to compete with technologies that have been proven and well established, and, frankly, it is dubious whether the market will be ready for such a revolutionary new concept, even in the long term. In any event, if the idea were to become a reality, I believe it would first find success in the transport of freight. AKKA Technologies does not anticipate that its Lincoln Amp Fly will enter production anytime in the near future either. Despite the fact that the design is fully engineered, which means that every facet of it has been designed with the technological viability in mind, the primary objective of the design is to demonstrate developing technologies. According to Maurice Ricci, founder and CEO of AKKA Technologies, our role is not to manufacture the Lincoln Amp Fly but to accompany OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, in the development of future, multimodal transportation systems. According to Ricci, similar to what we have achieved with our electric autonomous vehicle Lincoln Amp Go, which was rolled out in 2011, of which key technological bricks can be found in the most recent vehicles coming onto the market, the same might very well be the case with the underlying technologies of the Lincoln Amp Fly, and the same might well be the case with the underlying technologies of the Lincoln Amp Fly, respectively. Regarding Clip Air, researchers are well aware of the challenges that lie ahead and the fact that years of additional research and tests are required to validate the concept. However, Leonardi has not wavered from his ultimate objective, which is to design and construct an aircraft that is capable of simultaneously flying 3 capsules, each of which has the capacity to carry 150 passengers. We are only utilizing technologies and materials that are already in use and well known within the industry, he says. We are not developing anything new. Researchers from Clip Air, who are also investigating the possibility of utilizing biofuels or liquid hydrogen as alternative fuels, have already initiated some contacts with the aerospace industry. Clip researchers Airs are looking into the possibility of using alternative fuels. What do you think about our video? Please let us know in the comments area below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear from me again, please subscribe and turn on the notification before leaving. Thank you for watching us.